It's time!
Alright. Take a quick break, I need to piss and I'm hungry.
Okay.
Byakuya Tadami was killed. The blue hue of our vacation is now a crimson red. Is the killer really one of us, or is it someone else? The class trial starts now.
Who do you think did it? I must ask. Because I always ask this. Who do you think did it?
Me? Are you serious? We for that?
I'm
guessing.
just
We're guessing now.
I'm just asking ya. What's your theories here?
Well, this is kind of like unfair in a way because we haven't done this in so long.
Well, we just did the entirety of the investigation was just in tonight, really.
I really have a good memory. Fucking hell.
Well, what we know is there were those irons, the air conditioner, the breaker, which is too high for anyone to reach. There's something weird about that knife, too. That kniffy. It wasn't on the equipment list in the kitchen.
It seriously couldn't be me, can it? No, not at all.
Mr. Chef Man, what are you saying?
Probably pointing to Chef Boyardee for this one.
Are ya?
Yeah. I'm gonna say Chef Boyardee.
You think he did it?
Chef Boyardee. Good old Chef Boyardee.
I mean, it would check out if Pekka was feeling sick after tasting the food. That could be a ploy to get her out of the picture so he can do it. There's definitely merit to your theory there. Also, why was that bathroom locked the whole time?
I have no idea.
What's up with that bathroom? Why can't I take a shit? He wanted to do that so bad. And what about that fire door? So many questions about this.
It's not like in the in the cartoons that they find the fire door. You open it and it's actually a room of fire.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
The fire door.
Well, the name certainly checks out. That was hot. Sonya got burned opening the fire door. She didn't know what it was.
Like, boom, fire.
Oh, I can't believe I fell for that again. Damn my sheltered upbringing.
Don't be like Tim when the freaking trapdoors in Luigi's Mansion.
That was funny because I'm pretty sure at least one or two of those were completely accidental.
It's like, he just loves those trapdoors.
I know. I love that. It's not even the trapdoors, it's the one trapdoor in that room. It's the same one. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, I'll be right back. I'm back!
As am I.
Well, wow, we all had
Timing!
we all had to
I chose
piss.
the right time to pick a crispy piss, apparently.
We all had to piss. You know,
Okay. Report card.
Report card. How'd you make Hinata?
There we go.
Thankfully, it's one of those we can sit back, relax, and enjoy the trial.
Alright. Don't think I need to worry about logic badges yet.
Yeah, he asked about my prediction for this one.
Yeah. I did, just to pick his brain a little bit.
And what was the result?
I think
The result was...
Chef Boyardee.
all those ravioli. It was
I'm gonna need
bad.
Be handy. Speed.
I gotta make my own avatar
Definitely.
my own Danganronpa avatar.
Yeah.
We don't need that. It's
Apologies for that because my voice is not 100%. Number one. Number two, I don't know why, but lately I have had, shortness of breath. So I can't really talk as much as of right now.
Take care of yourself, dude.
Yeah, that's probably why Monokuma would have destroyed my voice.
The problem is I'm doing Monokuma, Nekomaru, and Gundam, which are all blasting my throat.
Yeah.
well, the good news, you don't have to worry about it for right now.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Alright.
Probably until the end of the trial, though.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bit. Because Monokuma always says something after each trial.
Yep.
As we know. From playing a whole game before this.
Yep. Alright. We're all back, taking our piss. I have my eggs. We all good to go?
Yes.
Yeah!
Then commence the trial.
Let the trial commence.
All rise!
Then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial,
Is she hanging? Oh my god.
Yep.
Monokuma is dangling there!
if
That
you
is
vote
dangling
correctly,
grandpa's,
then
but
all
damn.
blackened will receive
That's not a grandpa, though!
the wrong
Son of a bitch!
Poor
I'll
thing.
punish everyone besides the blackened, and that
Dangling
person will earn
monomies.
the right to leave this island.
Womp womp.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Amogus.
Most definitely.
Enough.
There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you.
You know what? Just count yourself lucky I don't have any Amogus sounds on my soundboard.
By the way, this class trial is going to be 100% fair, so there's
Don't
no
tempt
need
me.
to worry.
I will do
I'm
it.
the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course. You hate me that much? Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
No.
Were you even listening?
She'd win, is the problem.
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get
Nekomaru
killed in the
would win.
dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah. What you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
I have that as an image,
You
that
guys
still
went off on
shot.
your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Means it has nothing to do with him.
Why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds? Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
How did Byakuya end up under the table?
Why is he under the goddamn table?
Do I have to read this? Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
Can't do
Go ahead.
that. Thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you read during the trial.
So the class trial
trial has finally started.
Cool.
From this point on, I'll provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other, without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle, then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun.
And the choices are yours, and yours below.
Here we
You
go.
won 1.5 pendants in the Temple Games. Who's going first? I am. Very well, Hajime.
In a place like that.
Jesus.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there. No, that's wrong.
No, dummy.
But that's wrong, dipshit!
No, I don't think the killer moved the body. Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Jesus.
It's always soda! Always soda!
I hope my prediction about her is right.
Oh, you thought she did
Was
it?
probably killed.
No,
under
that
the table.
no, the fact she dies at some point.
Oh,
You think he was
that one.
killed under the table?
She's such a dick to soda.
He's a dick to everybody except
I am so sick of her.
No,
Then,
no, more than that. It's especially bad to soda.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
An excellent question.
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was? Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. And just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
What he was doing during the
The reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya. Connected to what Byakuya was doing.
I can prove it with this. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing
Knife.
that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there.
He's got blood all over it.
So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew before beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Then,
but
instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
Knife.
the Kniffy.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
During the previous statement, there will be various weak spots standing in your way.
Blah, blah, blah. I've played the game before.
You have played this game before.
Make your argument.
Time to yell at Soda again.
I'm sure Byakuya
Which
jumped under
bullet?
the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case,
It is.
during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the
Ham
killer
Hands.
take the knife.
Ham hand.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food! Byakuya
Yummy.
couldn't see in the dark either.
No, dummy.
No, that's wrong.
Why are you calling Peko a dummy first off?
No,
Rude.
Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Real quick, so you know that thing that Ace Attorney does where, like, the first case in the first game was piss easy and the rest are, like, basically any other case you find?
Yeah.
Basically that.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your
I
reasoning
mean,
is out of
this
focus.
one's not as blatant as the first game, I'll tell you that much.
Exactly.
Wait,
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other
Oh,
way
shit.
around.
this is new!
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Okay, I'm gonna need to read up on control.
Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw up their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick.
Left stick.
Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed.
Sharpness.
This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes.
The mute.
This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the triangle button. ... Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you'll not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I am terribly sorry. It appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I love this. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation.
The person in charge of contacting has been sacked.
In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important?
Whatever the fuck that means.
If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Have fun.
Now for this bullshit. Kniffy.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Where's your
And
proof
that-
that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planted if the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh, shit.
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
There we
Allow
go.
me to cut through those words.
Fuck!
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Because of the
Inside the
Duraludon
Duraludon
case.
Byakuya had with him during the party.
Exactly.
Which
Yeah, that-
means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could take the night vision goggles
Love her.
Yeah.
since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then
Thank you.
is that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
You totally mean that in a perverted way.
Yup! Correct!
That's dangerous.
The night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it.
The duct
I
tape.
see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape. They probably hit
His
the knife by
eyes.
taping it to the underside of the tape.
What about his eyes?
They were like rolled back into his head.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too?
They do yoga.
The all-seeing eye. That's right. Byakuya probably knew.
Yes, sir.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Get a load of this.
Wrong game. Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
wasn't me.
Are you sure?
The only
you
lies
sure?
I tell are friendly lies.
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. What do you mean?
What do you
By
mean?
gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where
Pookie!
No thoughts, head empty.
in doing so, he tried
No,
to put the
she's just happy to be there, really.
He couldn't act.
Which is weird considering the
The letter might
circumstances.
have been just a little prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Oh my god, Soda.
Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer.
A killer.
Gundam. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Among us.
Already, show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
Okay, fish lips.
It's sad that she's the voice of reason in that.
Very sad.
Duck face.
While making that face, that's the only reason it's sad.
Can I say
Heartbreaking.
something,
The worst
please?
person you know just made a great
What is
point.
it, Miss Sonia?
What?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized
What?
something concerning the night vision goggles.
I didn't catch what you said.
Byakuya
That's
was
all.
indeed
I said
wearing those
heartbreaking. The worst
goggles.
person you know just
How
made a
did
great
the killer
point.
manage to navigate in the dark?
She's not the worst person I know.
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without
I
the
wasn't
night vision
specifying you.
goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
The killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able
Glowing
to get the
paint.
knife from them.
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife
Glowing
even in the
paint?
dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table
Kniffy.
and the duct tape
Kniffy.
stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Wait a minute.
Pecco, Pecco!
Pecco killed poor Byakuya! Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Not the killer.
Glasses jealousy.
How can you
That's
believe
heavy.
that so easily?
But with Pecco's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
Soda's a little bit dumb.
A little bit.
Little bit. By tripping the breaker directly from the office. Is that really what happened?
Is what I believe they call an idiot savant.
Big blue-colored weak spots will start appearing.
A consent spot.
If we call them...
I need to watch things sometimes.
You've got 3 accounts.
Yep.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Just from listening to Pekka's testimony, I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony.
Since Peko was in the office, she
That's
could have
gotta
caused
be.
the blackout at any time.
That's impossible. Huh? What?
Because I was not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Consent!
Yes, dummy.
No, I think Pekka was telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
There's a second meaning to that one.
Nothing like that at all. Hikumaru's account is actually Pekko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all!
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else.
So remember that image I sent?
Started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
Meaning she wasn't in the office, meaning she couldn't do it.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
God damn
She
it,
locked
Soda.
herself in the bathroom for that long? There's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
I was taking a shit.
You know, this is one of
She
those
would be
moments-
the one to just deadpan look at him and say that, though. That's the thing.
True.
She would totally fucking do that.
This is one of those moments where you have to stop and wonder what was going on in the recording booth when this tape was recorded.
A lot, I'm sure. It was
You
great.
guys taught me basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop
Moving
talking
on.
about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right
Jesus
after.
Christ, dude.
Trust me.
Fucking hell.
No
I said
tact.
it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped
Uh-oh.
into the office,
What?
I felt this sudden rush of pain in my
Food
stomach.
poisoning.
Because of that,
Yeah.
I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey,
Oh,
how
God.
did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you excited? Seriously.
Speaking of no tact.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop
Love
this
that little
childish
line.
nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is
Coincidence.
it possible
It's
someone
always a
slipped you some
coincidence.
laxatives? If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as the
laxatives.
girl left the office, don't you think?
Some shit. Your brains.
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pekko's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Uh-oh. Make your argument. Kniffy, AC timer. Embarrassing pose is one of the options.
Yep.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it,
God, Taro.
you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Oops.
Well,
Wrong thing.
Crap. Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the...
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think? No, that's wrong.
That's the one. Break.
No.
Break.
It's possible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the
Yummy.
food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty
Yummy.
sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
Are you sure she would have, though?
I'm totally fine.
Like I said,
Fair question.
the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
Laxative accusation.
Did you say
That line.
There's this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy.
I mean, after the pose. Well, as the murder happened during the blackout, and the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred.
How did the blackout happen?
Make your argument.
You kidding?
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Bop! I'm a bop you on that.
Bobbing your head.
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
No. Wait.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There we go.
There you are.
Agree with that.
Consent!
Yes, good.
It's just as Mayu was.
We're all about consent here.
Yes.
Power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally. Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout. When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Uh-oh.
You!
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
That's inexcusable!
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Wrong.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause... If the irons caused the blackout, Then the killer had to go to the storage room before and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't able to if the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words. The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
No, the chair
Timers for both
conditioners.
air conditioners were set to 11:30
Womp
p.m.
womp.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
Indubitably.
They probably checked the old
Indubitably.
building's energy usage in
Absolutely.
advance
Absolutely.
and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably.
Indubitably? No!
Yes.
Everyone's doing it!
They probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun, dun, dun. Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths. 1,000, you say? If I died that
You will
many
be
times,
dying
I might
1,000
really
deaths.
stay dead, you know? Shut up! You guys just stay quiet.
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in
Stay.
time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker
Fucking
in the darkness
Ibuki!
would have been impossible. No matter what.
The poses!
Seems like
The
you don't need to blame
poses!
yourself.
The sexy pose.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's all right. You don't have
The
to worry.
concern's always there.
Because
Especially if they're actually being
they're
clever.
just a petty killer, right? They can't
Oh, is this the
defeat
part?
symbols of hope like you guys.
Hope!
There's no
Huh?
way everybody will lose now.
Yeah, I
This
think this is
little
the part.
incident will just be a stepping
Yep,
stone.
here we go. He's about to break.
In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe. Nagito?
Hope, 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 hope.
Huh? What do you mean? Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Amogus.
Stop.
Is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the
yeah.
incident. For now,
He's
found out
deflecting.
how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we
She looks
have been arguing for so
horrified.
long?
A little bit.
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer. You're changing your story again? Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you. You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other.
Shit,
like this.
bird, activate!
Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends. I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I
Nobody.
wanna go home and eat candy!
Stop it.
Me too!
Everyone acts like this. I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down. We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another. Then why did Byakuya die? Who cares? Let's just give up already.
Who cares?
There are no clues
let's not give
leading
up.
to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
Not a single one.
I think,
No, that's wrong.
Did you say something?
'cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know, but we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
She's doing the thing.
Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all,
Face.
let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? She asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Dork.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Found it! Huh.
Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark.
It goes here, it goes here, it goes
It's
there.
clearly shown in this diagram.
Oh, it gets weird.
Does it now?
First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark.
Spot selection.
Wrong button. Lamp.
His hair just wobbles when you do something right.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way to use desk lamp's light.
Power cord.
The killer actually used his fucking hair every time.
They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
The noise.
The Kniffy.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
This is getting dumb now!
Yeah, this is
Could have possibly done it.
select someone.
Hajime Hinata! That's who! Byakuya, that's clearly the answer.
Nagito.
Yeah!
It was you, wasn't it? Me? Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means The only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was...
Let's see. Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife. That's... If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Learn some math.
Seriously?
There you go.
That's all just a coincidence.
If it was just one coincidence,
A
it'd be
coinky
fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Gee, I wonder.
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
Good why?
To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you?
That's-
That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're a killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it all.
Soon.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something.
Okay, now is the part.
Now he's really gonna snap.
Oh shit.
Once again, props to Bryce Pappendorf for this.
Together to combat
Holy
the
shit.
of their friend's death. How wonderful. How beautiful it is.
This guy's fucking insane.
Hey, you don't say.
Yeah. This is beyond insanity.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
It's like, boy, that was easy.
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is
Unless I was
just
some sort of
me,
idiot.
Or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. And with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably. Just stop it
I'm the one
already.
who shit on the floor.
Seriously, what the hell happened to you?
Knew it.
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
lie?
Yes.
That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could have lied to you guys. I understand that.
This is why I almost voiced him.
Too arrogant to have.
But I opted to do it instead because of reasons.
Too disdainful to actually try at anything.
Yeah, but these are the reasons that I almost did it.
Lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
This line.
He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets! He seems
Very
like the sort of
specific.
person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Sonya.
Quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really
Sonya,
the
never
time to
mind.
bring it
Horror
up.
movie buff.
Yeah, checks out. I'd believe it. This guy.
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody
Yep,
else
I
on this
sure
island
did.
whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
Check that out.
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Pretty good.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Stuff hard to see, full of compliments. So busy, cleaning, I didn't have time to clean the storage room. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. If Pekka was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
That sneaky son of a bitch.
That's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it.
Remember his talent.
Nagito's talent. Ultimate lucky student. Ultimate baby face.
Ultimate lucky
face.
Then, did you? That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
No.
Womp womp.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed,
Oh boy.
it's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please! Monokuma!
Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying?
Ooh.
Confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Something else about her makes me want to puke, but that's not the point.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for a bloody spectacle.
Yes! Lines of white noise, yep, that's
Silencer,
that.
yep.
Spooky again!
I think it's strange that
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Hold on. Is it not? Oh, it is.
He has already confessed.
Yeah, that's weird. It's not pressing the thing.
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Oh, never mind.
Thanks for wasting
Hey, you guys! Hey!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
I think
Yep.
The killer is so obvious.
He has already
That bastard Nagi, he killed Byakuya with the knife he...
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Counter.
Okay, that was weird that the silencer wasn't working.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Jesus.
Whoa!
Not a whorehouse.
Too far.
Why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me.
Are you sure about that?
Mikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened
blame
during
you.
the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Oh, Ibuki.
Huh? Whose life?
Always.
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Soda is freaking the fuck out right now.
Yep.
No matter how hard you think about it, the truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
I made to find out what happened in the dark. There it is. Here we are.
I can prove
Yeah.
it with this.
Bang, 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 bang.
I couldn't see what happened in the dark. I'm pretty
pretty sure someone could have hurt me. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Don't act so surprised.
For real? While everyone was shouting.
Nani?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
This is...
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
And do something.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate
The ears.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
With your knife of truth.
However,
You took that so in stride.
hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife.
The knife.
But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
That sounds like exactly what happened.
It's what
Getting
happened.
shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on. Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan.
All according to Keika.
Unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know. You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope.
There he goes again!
Yes, and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
I didn't know anything about this guy.
You think you know a person. What was that? Use roll. Find Byakuya's killer. Any means possible.
By any means necessary.
He looks like he has to take a shit.
He does. Intermission.
Last trial suspended.